Splatoon Battle Pass. I just shit out my ass. Okay, look, the idea of a Splatoon Battle Pass sounds kind of daunting and probably a terrible idea at first, but just hear me out for just a second. Splatoon as a series has modeled their formula around launching with a certain amount of content and then later releasing with future updates down the road to give a bigger bolt to the game. Matter of fact, Nintendo has taken this philosophy with many of its games since, with Splatoon 1 being the first one to really do that. The game coming out with only a couple of maps, and then slowly but surely, they kept updating it, new weapon types, new maps, new modes. So then there was always something new, exciting in the game to either come back to or to keep you interested as the month progressed as you play the game. It's been a successful formula. It's retained the audience of people playing it for longer than obviously just the initial launch of the game. It's been a successful formula that so far that has worked really well for the Splatoon series. And here with Splatoon 3, I think it's well to expect we're going to get something similar. The game's going to launch with its base content, and as we progress and go down the road, there'll be new weapons that come, a collection of new gear you can collect, perhaps new stages, new weapons, and the so forth. But one thing I feel like Splatoon's not really taking advantage of is some of the frameworks that other more traditional shooters kind of already have set up. Like, don't get me wrong, Splatoon is its own thing. It's always kind of been its own thing. It's been a different take on the team shooter genre, but I do think there are some things that this series could really benefit from by taking a look at what more traditional shooters do and incorporating some of those things into their game. The joke I kind of made about the Battle Pass initially is a great example for one. It's worth saying right off the bat, I don't really expect this to happen considering it is like, what, $60 game right off the bat, and then they would assumedly charge you more extra for these Battle Passes down the road. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case, but the one thing I do like about it is the idea of having seasons. A lot of community shooters nowadays have seasons where there's a set amount of months, have a specific theme to it. There's a lot of new cosmetics that come out during this season. Your leveling system starts over so you can level up throughout the season. Your ranks and stuff start over where you have to like place back into a new ranking and you make your way. All this kind of stuff I feel like could be really well incorporated into Splatoon. I think it would be really fun to have more in-game community events like this to give you more reason to come back and play every day. Like, don't get me wrong, the Splatfests are a lot of fun. It's really great to like pick a side and pitch in your vote to see who's gonna win and play as many matches as you can. But of course, I mean, the time frame which these Splatfests run in the first place is really just over a weekend. So if you happen to be busy that weekend or unable to play for whatever reason, sorry, you just missed out on the only in-game event that's happening for the next month or two, right? And that's kind of a bummer. I think it'd be really cool to add more flexibility to that and give more day-to-day ways to help engage the community. A great way to do that, of course, would be, like I said, season. So let's say the first season is the cats versus dogs season or something like that. And throughout the season, there's like daily challenges. Maybe one challenge is splat 10 inklings with a charger. Or another challenge is put however many clams in the basket in one go or whatever. Or ink a certain amount of turf. These little daily challenges would be not only a great way to encourage people to play every day, but also could give certain rewards. Perhaps completing these challenges could give you extra money, XP or money tickets. It could also help you earn XP in this current season, in which as you level up within the season, you can unlock exclusive rewards. So like I said, if this is the dog versus cat season, perhaps in the build up to the Splatfest day, you can work on these challenges, level up your season level, and unlock maybe other different gear that are kind of dog and cat themed, whether like dog and cat ears, maybe even like paws for the feet, which I know would be cursed, but this isn't maybe the greatest example. And the gear and stuff too doesn't have to exactly perfectly match the theme of the Splatfest, right? But it could be a way to have exclusive gear where it would be like, hey, if you don't play throughout these couple of months in this season, you'll never be able to get this gear again. This is exclusive gear, you know? And that exclusivity is a great way to encourage players to really play because like, man, I have to level up my level in this season so then I can get all the exclusive gear, and while making that progress, you'll level up your character normally. The point of it all is it's a way to really encourage players to keep coming back, to keep playing, similar to what other more traditional shooters do. I think it would be really fun having season challenges as well as daily challenges to challenge players to play the game a little bit differently than they usually would or play outside their comfort zone. After a while, of course, everyone has their favorite weapons that they love to play and they stick to those. But if you had a daily challenge, for example, to play one round as a heavy splatling, you might give it a shot so you can get some extra money, because why not, right? And then maybe after a while of doing challenges where the heavy splatling is required, or even after that first match, you might be like, hey, this weapon isn't so bad. I actually had a pretty good time with it. And it'll encourage players to play different weapons, and by playing different weapons, it just makes the game feel more fresh and fun, because it's just a different play style and a way to interact with the game. So, do I think there's gonna be like premium battle passes in Splatoon 3? Probably not, considering it's a $60 game. If Splatoon 3 was a free game, and it had this whole season arc and stuff like that, that'd be, first of all, that would be insane. But obviously they've already announced that this is like gonna be a traditional game with the $60 price point, whatever. Although as we do think about it, it would be kind of cool later down the road to see something like that. Like maybe that is the future for Splatoon. Later down the road, maybe Splatoon 4 or another version of the game. Perhaps there is a future where the game is free, but then they take this more cosmetic approach like a lot of the big shooters nowadays are doing. So I don't think there's gonna be any sort of paid battle pass system in Splatoon 3, but I think it would be really cool if they did incorporate seasons somehow, just to promote more community engagement. Give me more reasons to hop on turf every single day. Give me more reasons to try different new weapons, you know? I think the addition of challenges that give unique rewards and stuff like that would leave a pretty dramatic impact on the game. But what do you think about this? Do you think they should make the Splatoon Battle Pass? I'm kidding, but more like the stuff I was talking about. Do you think it would be really cool if they added like seasons and challenges and daily rewards? Or if you have any ideas of what they could incorporate in Splatoon 3, or what kind of new features they could add, definitely let me know that in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big awesome like. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe for tons more on Splatoon 3. Alright, now that the video is basically over, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone for being so immensely supportive, not only on the last video, but also coming out to the streams we had last weekend. I don't know, it just really means a lot to me that a lot of you are very understanding of like the things that I talked about in the last video and my thoughts on how I want to keep progressing with YouTube here, and I really appreciate that. I think getting that all off my chest really helped me, I don't know, just kind of come to terms with everything, but also like maybe feel very relieved that a lot of you we're of the same opinion and we're like totally okay with the things that I brought up. So while there is another video today, there's probably not going to be any streams this weekend for whatever it's worth. But the point is, I'm going to play it by my schedule now and kind of do it when I want to do it. And if I end up taking another break even after this video, so be it. But for now, I'm feeling good. But I've had some inspiration so far. I mean, I'm making another video a week in a row. So I'm just going to keep playing it by ear. And I appreciate you guys with the understanding and the patience. And so if I keep doing a video here and there every week or so, great. If I end up taking another break for another 5 months or so, so be it, right? So yeah, it just makes me really happy to see so many of you so supportive of the direction I want to take things. And I hope you come along for the journey, whatever that might be. So yeah, thank you all again so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. So look forward to hopefully more Splatoon content in the future. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.